beautiful people. I hope everybody is starting their day out on a wonderful note. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday morning here. And I am on my way to go see some clients, some couples. I actually have a ton of I have like all my couples like to schedule on Saturday mornings, and so gonna go see their smiley faces, do some good work, get in there and really do some just beautiful expansion. I love going to see my clients, but as I was kind of getting ready for my day, and I have to stop at Starbucks first, but as I was getting ready for my day and thinking, I like to think about my clients that I'm going to see that day, and just kind of pondering this title of kind of reciprocation, acknowledgement, and like watering your grass kind of popped into my head. And so really I had several things kind of stirring in this, so we'll see kind of what the message comes through today as. But I keep seeing a lot of memes and hearing a lot of comments from people about love or energy really being reciprocated by somebody in a relationship. And we're going to really focus in on relationships today. Sometimes we focus in on broader self, but today I really want to focus in on relationships and this reciprocation process. And I think a lot of people go in with the expectation that other people are going to reciprocate our love. They're going to give it back to us, that if we feel something, if we desire something, that they're going to feel that in the same way. And that is really our own egos, and that is us kind of making stuff up in our own heads, honestly, because no one will ever be able to love in the exact same way that you do. I got some hair kinks going on today. No one will ever be able to love in the same way that you do. And we go in with these expectations of, okay, well, this person is going to, reciprocate my love. Well, that is an expectation, and we can never expect somebody to reciprocate our love. We can never have this expectation, because also, not only that, but we bring in this energy. And so that energy of like, I expect you to meet my needs kind of energy, because that is what that energy kind of twists to. What ends up happening is a lot of times we push it further and further away, and we kind of keep throwing things at it, and the reciprocation doesn't happen, and we end up getting frustrated, and we end up pushing our desires further and further away from us, and we sit there, and our negative energy will actually create a lack of reciprocation. However, on this same note, I think a lot of people will go, okay, so I'm not supposed to expect anybody to love me back. I'm supposed to kind of keep giving and giving and giving. And that is not the message either. So I think there is this reciprocation process in relationship, that if you're continually not seeing that reciprocation, you're not seeing the reciprocation in energy, because again, no one is ever going to love you in the exact way that you need to be loved. I'm sorry, but we have to love ourselves first and fill our own cup, and then we can kind of dance with this beautiful relationship outside of ourselves. We all have wounding, and everyone is loving from their level of wounding. But at the same time, yes, you should have some kind of energetic exchange in relationship. It's not a commerce, but in relationship, if you are the only one giving, then yes, I would question it. I would go, okay, well, if I'm the only person kind of stepping in here, if I'm the only person doing stuff, first of all, does this person have the similar feelings? Because recently, I can tell you, I've seen lots of people who have had this kind of concept of like, no, but this person is here with me, and they're not. And they'll verbalize it. They'll say, no, that's not where I'm at. That's not our relationship. That's not the level I'm ready to drop into yet. And yet somebody kind of continues to have this thought of like, no, but we're here, and it's not the case. And so making sure that you are both on the same page with the relationship, you're both kind of in that same place. But also if you are in this, this deep relationship, and I'm not talking even romantic relationship here, I'm talking like, yes, romantic relation, of course, this is where we're mainly focused, but your children, your best friend, your colleague, your brother, your whoever is in your life. We have lots of relationships in our lives, and if we're not seeing a reciprocation process and we want to remain in that relationship with that person, it is going to be important to look at kind of what's going on. Are you holding expectations that are unrealistic, or potentially could there just need to be some communication and some sharing? Is that person going through something? Are you going through something? Really looking at that. And then once you've kind of not done analysis paralysis, but really kind of like looked at things, then potentially maybe going, okay, this isn't enough for me. This isn't enough for me. I need more. I need more than this person is willing to give me right now. So that is definitely, you should be getting something from a relationship, and that sounds really bad because I don't believe in like getting something, but there should be this beautiful flow in a relationship. There really should, especially your romantic and your like inner circle relationships. But to have that expectation of like, I'm going to do this and someone else is going to give this energy back, that is not love. That is not love. That is commerce. And I say this over and over again, that's not love. That's not giving a gift to somebody. That's not just loving on somebody because you love them. That is, I'm going to do this and this person's going to do this, and then I'm going to do this and this person's going to do this. You really need to be listening to your soul, heart and soul, and going, okay, yes, I desire to do this just because I desire to do this. And that kind of goes to like acknowledgement, making sure. I think we get into ruts with our relationships a lot of times. We get into comfortable zones of like, well, this person always does this for me, or this, my lover always brings me coffee in the morning, or my, every time I get home, or I hear this one all the time. My lover always gives me a back massage before bed. Like, that's how it is. And yes, you might have some appreciation. Yes, you might go, thank you. But there is a difference, guys. There's a huge difference between, honey, thank you. Thank you. You don't have to do that every night for me, or every morning. You don't have to bring me coffee. And I really do appreciate it. Like I appreciate your symbol of love right there. There is that versus thanks. That does not necessarily send the love. And a lot of people do not receive love in a verbal fashion. Like that like thank you doesn't always, if that's not their love language, that's going to be a hard one to kind of get into their hearts. And so making sure that you are acknowledging people and you're not allowing yourself to get into a rut. I see this all the time in my relationship clients. They get into a rut. They're like, oh, well, she used to be playful. We used to really connect. And then I look at the relationship and it's like, okay, yeah, but when was the last time you asked her out to go and do something fun? When was the last time you chose to kind of step into this arena with them? When was, have you gotten into a pattern of like, I get home, we do the kid thing as far as like getting them ready for bed, and then we just kind of, we chill out in front of the couch? Well, you might have to change your pattern, and you're going to have to start. You're going to have to start because you potentially are the one putting that person in a box of like, they're not playful, they're not sexy, they're not, because of kind of really where you've stuck them in your life. And so if you're wanting more from this person, or if you're like, they used to do this, or they used to be like this, then first first of all, conversation is great, and then maybe try to change some dynamics up a little bit. If that other person is really with you and still loving you and still in the relationship, yes, we grow and expand and we change, but potentially there could be some shifting, and it could be even more beautiful than the beginning. But making sure you're at least acknowledging the people in your life that are doing all the things for you, all the things for you, and making sure that you are sending love to them. It is so easy to get kind of in a routine with somebody, but it does take some effort to kind of step out and go, wow, like my lover really has been stepping up lately, and I need to acknowledge that. I need to tell them that I see their efforts, I see what they're doing, and I appreciate it. I appreciate their love. Not because I feel like I should or I have to, but because I do appreciate it. I am grateful. Because I can tell you from working with couples for years and years now that if that appreciation dwindles, if that acknowledgement dwindles for long periods of time, it will start to pull at the relationship. Resentments will come into play. And not only will resentments come into play, but people find bright and shiny new toys. And bright and shiny new toys are amazing, but usually they're not very loyal. Usually they're not very consistent. Usually you haven't had any depth with them. So you might have this like beautiful, like, you know, fiery thing going on, but at the end of the day, you know, you haven't found that real depth. You haven't seen that real person. And so yeah, and that's kind of side notes of shiny new toys. And that could be, again, in any really relationship. That could be like a new lover, that could be just a new friend, that could be, you know, I guess replacing family members. That could be fun. That could be fun. But yeah, and then that really kind of just leads us to watering your own grass, watering the grass, watering those beautiful relationships that you have, having beautiful gratitude, really stepping in there and stop. Yes, you're going to want for more, and that's okay. And it is okay to want to grow your grass greener and to expand and to really like explore. However, stop looking at everybody else's grass and look at all the amazing beauty that your grass has to offer and have gratitude. Really, really look at your grass. Look at your life. Look at the people. And we're really, focus on relationships here. Look at the people in your life and all that they do provide you. I think we can get really stuck on, like this person's this, or this week they're negative, or that person's doing this, and we get stuck in this nitty gritty. But to really look at the people in your life and go like, no, I'm going to try to water them. I'm going to try to water me by water. I'm going to try to water myself and then thus water them. I'm going to look at my ego. I'm going to really focus in over here. And yes, still want for more. Still be able to look at the neighbor's yard, or, you know, that perfect yard grass in your head and go like, yeah, like that's the kind of grass I want. And yet still be there, still be appreciative, still really be diving deep with those people in your life. So yeah, relationships today, since it's going to be a relationship kind of day in my office. But yeah, so if you are wanting to work on your relationship, if you're wanting to work on yourself in your relationship, if you're just wanting to work on yourself, well, it's all relationship. It's a relationship in our lives, to our life. But if you're wanting to work on you know, creating your blissful life, if you're wanting to work on goals, dreams, expansion, then I'm doing free consults this month only. So April 22nd through May 22nd only. Because it truly is just a gift. It was something that came in, something I was talking about with a friend, and we decided to do it, and so it is only for this month. So I have plenty of regular consults coming in, and so you're going to want to make sure that you get in, because My schedule tends to be pretty full, so you can go to my website, addisonbell.net, and fill out my Work with Addison application. It's just a tabby right there. And then if you're in the DFW area, I'm doing Tantra 201 this coming month on May 18th. It's a beautiful tantric evening with Kendall Williams. We are going to be running this workshop. I love this workshop. It really is. We dive deep. It is beautiful. It is PG-13 rated only for our language, because we tend to have sailor mouths. But it is some beautiful energy, some beautiful sharing, some really diving deeper into ourselves. Yes, our sexual energy, all of that. So check that out. And other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Sending you all lots of love, light, and blessings. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.